It means we fail the work of God. So, brethren, we need to be very careful of what we do against each other and what we do individually, because they both affect the gospel of our Lord. Unity can only come when we are united. And we cannot unite if we hate each other, if we don't love each other, if we are divided, we have rumors. You have seen what has been happening in the skit, just a few minutes. No respect for each other, no respect for the trainer. Everybody is an adult, everybody is uncontrollable, and that is what is exactly happening in the world today. When you take a flashback where you're coming from, because we are different individuals, we behave differently, we are born from different parents. Remember, we have behaviors from our parents. Our parents give us 75% of our behaviors. So each individual here, you have 75% of the behaviors from your father and mother. We only adopt 25 from the outside world. Now, the behaviors we adopt, they can easily be broken. But inborn behaviors are hard to deal with. So it is only the grace of God that allows us to fight those behaviors. Each individual here, you know exactly how you behave. And you can easily tell, this is a behavior from my mother's line, and this is a behavior from my father's line. So it is up to us Christians to fight the funny behaviors that we got from our parents. And I will ask our readers, the one who read the first reading, to guide us. We see what God is saying, because the first reading is a prophetic message about unity. Let's go on.
Afterwards, I will pour out my spirit on everyone. Your sons and daughters will proclaim my messages. Your old people will have dreams. Your young people will see visions.
You can stop from there. Afterwards. So this is a prophetic message. God is trying to remind us, are we united? If we are united, the following will happen, and we shall witness, and we shall prophesy against them. One is, he will pour out. He's willing to give us. He's willing to protect us. He's willing to move with us. He's willing to forgive. He's willing to give us riches. But are we united? The question is, are we united? Ask your friend, are you united with other people around you? I've not heard you. Should I ask individuals now? Just ask your friend. Turn to your friend. Don't fear your friend. We are in charge. Are you united? How about home? Are you united with your children? Are you united with your husband and wife? Are we sure about that? How about at our places of work? Are we united? Do we have differences? How many of us know we have differences? Thank you for speaking out the truth. So how can we handle the differences? God is trying to remind us, how can we handle our differences and make sure we are united, we are one, we are moving together. Amid these challenges, we are moving together, we are pushing on. The choir has shown you exactly what is happening in our lives. We have different ideologies, we have different thinking capacities, we have different levels of riches. Some of us are very poor, some of us are moderate, some of us we have much more than others have. Can we unite? So what is he trying to say? If you have too much, unite with that person who doesn't have. Share with that person whatever you have. Your neighbor is sleeping hungry. For you, you're eating. You have more than enough. You even throw in kasasiro. Are we united? God is just trying to remind us, how are we moving? You have clothes that you don't even put on, but your neighbor's children are walking naked. And on a Sunday, you dress smartly, come to church to thank God. You even come to ask for more, yet you have enough which you cannot give out. Let's think about it, brethren. Some parents have enough phones that they even give their children phones to stay with at home. But your father back in the village has ability. Today's message is just a reflection on how we are doing things. God is trying to remind us, how are we united? How are we moving spiritually? Today you plait hair of about 50,000. After a week you add in another 30,000. After a month you add in 40,000. But your brother's child is not going to school. Things are tough. That unity is not. It's about myself, selfishness. If I'm okay, I don't mind about others. But you forget that it is God who has made you to be where you are. And you need to pull your brother, your sister to reach your level. May God forgive us. Let's continue.
At that time, I will pour out my spirit even on servants, both men and women.
God is promising that if you serve him faithfully, if you are united, he will make an extra mile even to give out to your servants. How do we treat our servants at home? Are they part of you? Do they have blood flowing in their bodies? Do you have purple blood and they have red blood? Why do you mistreat them? I have gone to families. I have seen what happens there. The mother, the father, the children have very decent beddings. Very decent. Good bedrooms. Good plates. Cups. And you will always notice there is a very big difference between a servant and a member of the family. I will say unto them, okay. You look at a plate this servant is eating from, yet in a town there are plates you can buy at 500, 2,000. But she's eating in a plate that is supposed to be served. Maybe dogs should eat from that plate. You sleep, cover yourself. This person has no bedding just because he's a servant. And you walk to church proudly, coming to see God's face. It is so hurting. Stepmothers, are you here? How do you treat that child? That child is very innocent. He or she doesn't know what transpired between you people. This person just came. The more you mistreat this child, the more you take blessings away from your own children. You may not see it today, you may not see it after a year, but in the future you will see it. You will favor them, they will not work, you will give them everything. At the end of the day, these are children we find in bars with the masters in a bar. You forget what you did before. Unity. Unity comes with love. Unity comes with grace. Unity comes with compassion. Unity comes with patience. So if you don't have love, if you don't have grace, if you don't have faith, if you don't love even your worst enemy. It is so difficult. That is unity. Your worst enemy, somebody you cannot see in your eyes and greet. It is very simple if you're filled with the Holy Spirit. You just greet and move on. The burden is on that person, not you. So united, we stand. Divided, we fall. So whatever comes along your way, how you handle it spiritually will either make you stand or fall. Continue.
I will give warnings on that day, in the sky and on the earth.
You will give warnings. So let us get ready for the warnings if we don't adjust.
There will be bloodshed, fire, and clouds of smoke.
You can stop from there. There will be bloodshed. No wonder people are fighting each other. Families are fighting each other. Children are fighting each other. Parents are fighting each other. The church is fighting. People are fighting for even the leadership of the church. Leadership for the church. People fight. People disagree. It is embarrassing. So embarrassing. There's a video clip that ran where, I don't know, some church in Kampala where a reverend and another were fighting just for leadership. The spirit had already disappeared. And we are now using the physical body to show out the other behaviors I had told you. You know, getting born again is one, but moving along with salvation is another step. And it is very difficult. It is easier to say, I am born again. And the day you say, I am born again, the devil opens his ears. He plans for your downfall. And he will use the very people you trust to make you fall down. So if you are not spirit-filled, you will fall. My dear brothers and sisters, you will fall. Friends can disappear. Friends can disappoint. But God will never disappoint you. So when you're walking, can you walk smartly? There's a song I like. I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready to walk in Jerusalem just like you. You know, there's that pride in salvation. There's that pride. How can I walk? God help me. God help me. God help me. I want to be ready. I want to walk my head high. I want to get these compliments from my friends. Indeed, she's born again. I trust that woman. I trust that lady. I like how she walks. I like how she does. I like her ways. It is the grace of God. Just the grace of God. The person who read us the second reading, please. Let's move on. Let's move on.
The believers share their possessions.
Believers share their possessions.
A group of believers was one
there was an advert running some time back. Sharing is what? Is giving. Sharing is what? Is caring. Sharing is what? Is. So how many of us share? And what do we share anyway? We share what? Money. What else do we share? So if we made a roll call, if we asked some of you individuals, how many people have you reached out to this week? And you've given something. There are people in hospitals. We have the poor around us. We have the needy. How many people have you reached out to this whole week? Can anyone give us an answer? I'm waiting. Yes. Can we clap for her? She has stood up boldly and she has told us at least she has reached out to 3 people. But we're a big number here. Each one of us is silent. God is asking you, what is your purpose of coming to church? Why do you pray? Why do you ask for more from God if you cannot give out? May God forgive us. Continue.
The group of believers was one in the mind and heart. None of them said that any of their belongings were their own, but they all still shared with one another everything they had.
So the Bible is just trying to remind us that we need to share whatever we have, depending on situations and circumstances. So today, we just had to come to share with you and to remind you of what you're supposed to do for us to walk in unity and love. May God give us the strength to forgive, forget, adjust, and move on as Christians. Let us stand up. In the choir here, we have different gifts. So for me, I'm going to start. Whoever is gifted. So when you feel that there's something you have not been doing and you need to change, please feel free to walk to the altar and ask God to forgive you. Yesu ndiwawe, Yesu ndiwawe nyina, abakunsera kabambulwe, nyeserekere muri wewe na. I want us to sing that song with the Yesu ndiwawe nyina. Mukama Yesu tukwesengera so kutuganyira baba. Tutubaire barundi nakake mukama.